What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your Monday Night Raw review for October 23rd, 2017. Lots of things happened tonight on Raw. Brand supremacy, we have been told. We have been given the hype of the Survivor Series. Raw versus SmackDown. Every single match will pretty much be that. Champion versus champion. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown in a traditional Survivor Series matchup. All of that will be built up and put out there for us in the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Now, tonight on Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar comes out and responds to the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. Probably the best segment on the show. You know, Vince McMahon, for months now, you have been trying to build up Jinder Mahal as this awesome WWE champion, trying to make us believe that. Hasn't really worked, but you've been trying to make us believe it. So what do? You have Paul Heyman come out there and speak and tell the WWE Universe exactly what everybody else on the internet has been saying for months. That Jinder Mahal is not worthy of being in the squared circle with Brock Lesnar. That Jinder Mahal is one of the worst WWE champions in the modern day history. That Jinder Mahal can barely defend his championship against Randy Orton, Nakamura. That he's trying to think of a way to get by AJ Styles. If you have got to be kidding me. You actually allow Paul Heyman to go out there and say that. How can anybody now take Jinder Mahal serious after you let Paul Heyman say that? I mean, how? Because when Paul Heyman speaks, everybody listens. Everybody. And his words are like gold compared to Jinder Mahal, compared to anybody else on the roster. That's funny. That's funny, Vince McMahon, that you would allow that. But that's what we got out of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman tonight. And Brock Lesnar accepts the challenge for the Survivor Series. Kurt Angle opens up the show and he talks about his matchup at TLC, about how great it was to be back in the ring after 11 years in the WWE ring. And The Miz comes out, and the Bar comes out with him. And pretty much it turns into a 6-man tag. Kurt Angle gets them 3 competitors. Ambrose, Rollins, and AJ Styles. I am very happy, even though some of you will say that it was a mistake that AJ Styles was on the show because of this brand flip-flopping. Now, later on, it only made sense. Shane McMahon and his involvement and the rest of the roster. However, Styles in this matchup made the match that much better. And honestly, I'm getting tired of seeing Ambrose and Rollins take on the Bar. So having Styles in that contest really made the match more intriguing. And hopefully now, AJ Styles will go back to SmackDown and stay. Make the brand split more believable and keep it real. But for that night on Monday Night Raw, for this night, it was a good matchup. And they gave this match ample time. Long time. Styles, Ambrose, and Rollins pick up the victory. Kane, the big red machine, the big red monster, who wants to see the monster among men taken away from the WWE. He wanted to see him after all this hype, and he pretty much saw a loser. So, he sent him straight to hell. Oh, what are we going to see? Kane versus Braun Strowman eventually, in which Braun Strowman will take out the big red machine. Oh, is anybody excited for this contest? No. Will this get anybody over? No. Will this help Braun Strowman at all? No. Him destroying the Big Show didn't help Braun Strowman. Kane won't help him either. So, whatever. And why they decided to feed Finn Balor to Kane baffles me. I mean, it just does. But this is WWE. And they don't like to make sense out of anything. So, there you have it. Finn Balor. Somebody that will probably go on to face the Beast, Brock Lesnar, at the Royal Rumble, gets fed to Kane on Raw. Now, does this build up for the Braun Strowman-Kane rivalry? Yes, but in the end, does it do anything? Does this help anything? I mean, no. This is the same standard comeback that Kane always has. So, somebody that is not going to have anything going for them should have been the one to take the pin from Kane. Alexa Bliss gets DDT'd by Mickie James tonight. And Alexa Bliss will defeat Natalya at the Survivor Series. That's pretty much what this promo was about. Building up that match. Asuka versus Emma. People, really dissing the match and how it's booked. Asuka and Emma. Look, Asuka could come out and just wipe the floor with Emma. Take the trash out with Emma. But Emma and Asuka can put on good matches. They've proven that. Just let them do it. They're entertaining. It's not like one of those matches where we're going to sit there and get bored. It's not going to change people's opinion about Asuka. It's not. And if it does, it's one of the fans that don't know Asuka that well. But those are the fans that's going to be hard to please anyway. And those are the fans that'll be hard to please anyway, because Asuka, I'm sorry, has a hard time on the mic. Elias and Jason Jordan. I do not care about this rivalry. WWE protected Jason Jordan tonight because Elias cold-cocked him with the guitar. So let me get this straight, WWE. Let me get this straight. You have Jason Jordan defeat Elias at TLC. And, you know, I'm not in favor of 50-50 booking. I'm not. But Elias has a lot going for him. You couldn't give him a win over Jason Jordan when Jason Jordan has this kind of applause. And anybody out there that wants to argue that fact, I'm begging you. Jason Jordan has nothing going for him right now. And matches is not going to help him. Bayley versus Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks. Now, WWE, tell me how much sense this makes. I mean, seriously, WWE, tell me how much sense this makes. We have Bayley, who honestly has been getting treated like dirt for quite some time. We have Sasha Banks, who has been wandering around, floating around, doing nothing, but it's still popular. You know, Bayley is too. Those two are two of the most popular ones on the main roster in the women's division. And then you have Alicia Fox. Somebody that does nothing and has not done anything outside of when Noam Dar would say her name like Alicia Fox. That's it. When she was his girlfriend. And you have her win and become the team captain for Raw's women's matchup at the Survivor Series. Now, I'm all for giving, different people, different competitors opportunity. But what has Alicia Fox done to get this opportunity, get this type of status. What has she done? Nothing. You can mark Raw losing at the Survivor Series in the women's matchup. Guaranteed. The Cruiserweights had a matchup. I did not watch it. Didn't watch it at all. Who cares? All they did was stick all the Cruiserweights in a matchup. Every Cruiserweight in the division was in a tag team match. Who cares? And Kurt Angle comes out and he was supposed to name the 5 guys for Team Raw at the Survivor Series. Instead, Shane comes out with the SmackDown roster. And, they said that the entire roster was there. I didn't see the Zhang brothers. Not saying I wanted to, because I didn't. I didn't see Jinder Mahal. I really didn't want to see him. I didn't see Randy Orton. So the entire roster wasn't there. But anyway, the majority of the roster was there. And they bombard the Raw roster. Well, they bombard the jobbers of the Raw roster. They didn't bombard a lot of the big time players. They bombard people like, Titus Worldwide and Apollo Crews. They bombarded Gold Dust. They bombarded Elias, the 2 jobbers of the tag team division, and I hate saying this, but Anderson and Gallows. People like that. Nerds. And yeah, they did bombard Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Now, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins did attack them first. Now, we all know that if Roman Reigns would have been there, it would have been different. The entire SmackDown team probably would have been all Superman punched and speared, and Raw would have been on top. Because that's the way Vinnie Mac likes it. But thankfully we didn't have to watch that. And SmackDown and Shane told Kurt Angle before it went off the air, bring your gold medals, bring everything you've got to the Survivor Series. We're going to finish you off. That was the gist of it. And that was Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman was hilarious. They are officially burying Jinder Mahal. I have no idea why Vince McMahon wants to do that, seeing as how they're going into, India in December. But whatever. Nice job, WWE. You let Paul Heyman go out there and bury him tonight. And they are starting brand warfare between Raw and SmackDown. Follow me on Facebook at 2007Webby. Subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications. Tomorrow, SmackDown Live review. Like and share this video. Go back and check out my review of TLC. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you.